What is the story behind this picture? It is a story that is truly horrifying and really sad. Blanche Monnier was a beautiful 25-year-old French girl back in 1874. Her beauty was renowned all over Paris and attracted many suitors for marriage. She came from a very wealthy family and one that's very well respected around the community. At 25 years old, she fell in love with a lawyer who was not rich, older than her, who was not a young, rich aristocrat like her parents wanted. He was an older, poor lawyer, getting by just on pennies. Blanche's mom wanted her to break up with this man, break it off with the lawyer. But Blanche, she was in love. And no matter what her mom said or did, she would not break it off at all. So, behind her mother's back, she began to sneak out at night to go see her boyfriend, her lawyer boyfriend. Not only to see her boyfriend, but to also escape her mother. Sadly, though, Blanche would unexpectedly die. And this being back in the 1800s, this happened quite a lot. So this wasn't a terrible shock to anyone. Family and friends and even the lawyer boyfriend mourned her death. But life moved on. Now let's fast forward 25 years later. French police received a strange handwritten letter from an anonymous source. The letter stating that the Monnier family had a very, very dark secret, and that the police should go and check out their estate. Now, the Monnier family was very loved by the community, so nice, they did a lot of charity work, and they were well known by the police for being very well respected, and also very rich. So to receive this letter was kind of weird. But the police went over to the estate with the letter, showed it to the family, asked to search around, and they said sure. To no one's surprise, the police found nothing as they searched the home. As they were leaving, they noticed a small stairway leading up to a different door. A small door. And on this door, there was a padlock. The police asked what was behind the door, and the family said that, oh, it's just a storage closet where we keep cleaning supplies. And this being the only room that they never checked, they asked if they could take a look inside. The family said no. Police saying, it's the only room we haven't checked. We would like to take a look inside. And the family still said no. This rose some suspicion. So the police were like, you know what? We're going to take a look inside that room. So one of the cops stayed with the family as the other cop ascended the stairs towards the door. As the cop got to the door, they were hit with a putrid smell. Smell like death and decay. They smashed open the lock and threw open the door. As the door flew open, the smell hit them even harder. Inside the room, they found feces all around the room, rotted food. And there in the middle of the room was a bed, and on that bed was Blanche Monnier, chained to this hay bed that was rotting away, covered in bugs, covered in her own feces, covered in excrements, pretty much. It was a horrible sight to see. For 25 years, she was locked away in this room, weighing only 55 pounds. What was the reason that she was locked away in this room? Well, because her mother wanted her to break up with the lawyer boyfriend. Blanche, being in love, said, no, I'm not going to. So her mom locked her away in this room. Started out as days, still wouldn't break up with him. Months, still not wanting to break up with him. And eventually, months turned to years, and so on. The police ripped off the boards that were on the window, and it was the first time in 25 years that Blanche saw sunlight. Her mom was arrested, but 15 days later, the public found out about this and formed a mob in front of their house. The mom couldn't believe what she was seeing, so at that moment, she had a heart attack and died. Her brother would be convicted, but he was able to get out of that. But what happened to Blanche? Well, as for Blanche, she was diagnosed with various disorders. Anorexia nervosa, schizophrenia, exhibitionism, and coprophilia. This soon led to her admission to a psychiatric hospital, where she eventually died in 1913. A terrible story about love, family, and tragedy. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Be sure to share, like, and follow for more spooks.